What is ANSI and how does it affect the entertainment industry in the U.S. market? We hear this question all the time as we do our training sessions around the U.S. The American National Standards Institute, or ANSI, serves as the administrator and coordinator for the United States Voluntary Standardization System. In our market, the Entertainment Services and Technology Association, or ESTA, serves as the group that writes and maintains the ANSI standards that have been written for our market. For us, our standards fall under the Rigging Working Group within ESTA. This group is the consensus body that makes all the final decisions on each standard. The group is made up of industry professionals who meet every quarter to review the standards that are open within the group and decide if they are ready to be submitted to ANSI for final approval as an American national standard. So how does a standard start? Well, first it must be determined that a standard is needed, most often because there's a problem to address in the industry. Anyone can recommend a subject to the group for consideration. Once the idea of a standard has been accepted, then a task group is formed to draft the document. The task group is typically 6 to 10 members of the main working group. At this point, the task group will meet as needed throughout the writing process until the document is complete to the satisfaction of the consensus body. However, just because the task group has written a document doesn't mean that it's ready to be sent to ANSI as a new standard. Each document, new or old, has to go through a public review period. This is the time in which anyone who would be affected by the publication of the document can comment on it. This is very important and required part of the standard process. Every comment that is received must be considered by the consensus body and formally responded to, though the consensus body is not required to accept all comments received. In some cases, comment resolution can be the most time-consuming part of the process. Some comments require the document to be modified to the point where it has to go back out to public review. This process can go on and on until there are no other review comments and all commenters find the responses acceptable. At this point, the document gets approved by ESTA and is submitted to ANSI to become an American national standard. As long as we have all of our documents in order, that part of the process is fairly simple. Once the standard has been approved by ANSI, it is valid for 5 years. Every standard must be reviewed by the working group every 5 years and either reaffirmed, make no changes, revised, changes are needed, or withdrawn, the standard is no longer relevant or needed. For any case, the standard must be offered again for public review. Tomcat JTE takes our involvement in these standards very seriously. ANSI E1.2, the Truss standard, and ANSI E1.21, the outdoor stage standard, drives how we design new products and how we instruct users how to handle the products that we manufacture. Beyond those, there are many standards that have been written by the Rigging Working Group that riggers in our market should be aware of. ANSI E1.39 deals with personal fall protection on portable structures. ANSI E1.50 addresses temporary LED, video, and display systems, and ANSI E1.43 is the performer flying standard, to name a few. One or all of these standards can be referenced as we work through the various projects that we find ourselves involved in. So, how does one get a hold of these standards? Well, that's simple now. All the standards that have been written through ESTA can be downloaded through the ESTA website. These standards typically have a cost, but thanks to ProSite Specialty Insurance, anyone can now download any of our standards for free. If there are any questions regarding the standards in our industry, reach out to us. And most importantly, if there are ideas for new standards, let us know and we can help present those ideas to the Rigging Working Group. Tomcat USA will continue to lead our industry when it comes to safety and education. Thanks for taking a few minutes to listen, and look for more videos coming in the future.